Good evening, Andy. Today I am going to demonstrate the Vitalia Demo defibrillator for the transcutaneous pacing and cardioversion both modes. So first we will go to the transcutaneous pacing mode. So as you know, this transcutaneous pacing usually done with symptomatic bradycardia. So for the pacing, so two things are needed. This is a defibrillator. So we are connecting the defibrillators with the ECG leads. ECG leads are connected. Three ECG leads are connected to the mannequin. So these are all the connected with here the monitor. Okay, and then pacing paddles. These are all the pacing paddles. Two pacing paddles are connected. One at the below clavicle, one at the left mid axillary. Okay, these are all the pacing paddles. These are pre-setting before doing the transcutaneous pacing. Okay, so for switching on the Vitalia thing. Okay, but switch on the monitor, then it will apply here. So this is the remote. Here we can generate whichever the block you needed. So these are all the dial things what we are seeing here. So first for the transcutaneous spacing, I will keep a third degree heart block. So these are third degree heart block. Now you can see the heart rate was 32. Okay, so now I have to pace and I have to increase the heart rate from 30 to the required heart rate. Okay, so then I am going for the pacing mode. Here in the pacing mode, we usually will go for the demand mode. Okay, so demand mode will use demand mode. So then after the pacer is on, then I am setting my heart rate. So heart rate was 32. So I am setting my heart rate up to 80 or 70 or 80. So 80 heart rate. So this is a rate I am setting here, and then I am going to pace. So this is the current what we are going to deliver. So this is usually defaultly this set is at 10 milliamps. That's why you can see the pacing spikes here, because the 10 milliamps are delivering. That's why you are seeing the pacing spikes, but all are not pacing. Okay. So now we are going to the next, the pacer. So now I am going to increase the milliamps of the current. I am increasing the 20. So 20 milliamps. Now you can check this. The pacing spikes are coming in and broad QRS complex. I am going to increase the 30 milliamps. So heart rate is still 32 and 40 milliamps. So still the pacing is going on. So for the 40 milliamps, the pacer, the heart rate came to the 80. This is a pacing spike followed the broad QRS complex. So for this patient, the pacing started with a 40 milliamps. So after seeing the heart rate up to the 80, here also 80, we set it heart rate 80, then the electrical capture completed. So electrical capture means, so whatever the energy you are delivering to the heart, okay, that is going to the stimulate the ventricle and it is delivering the 80. So that it is converted to the mechanical capture, so that the pulse is generating or not, then I have to palpate the femoral pulse. So once I palpate the femoral pulse, if I palpate the femoral pulse of 80, then means mechanical capture is completed. Okay, so electrical capture, mechanical capture. Then what I have to do, I have to increase the 10 milliamps more. If I am keeping the 50 milliamps, then I am shifting to the patient to the permanent pacing system. So this is a pacing demo. So once again I will tell you, so how to set up the pacing pads. So first ECG cables has to attach, pacing pads has to attach, then you have to go to the pacer mode, then you have to set the required heart rate, then you have to increase the milliamps of the current. Okay, the pacing completed. So this is the demo of the Vitalia mission. Is nicely it is displaying the transcutaneous pacing. Thank you.